Hello, my name is Jack, and welcome back to another live stream. And this is our third one of watching my old videos I made in the past. So yeah, we're going to be carrying on. Yeah, watching some more old videos that I used to do. So, where are we now then? Let's have a look. We are here. So we watched that one, didn't we? Yeah, we watched that one. So yeah, we're on these ones now. So yeah, we're on these ones here, and then we've got these ones here. So we're still on the tips at the moment, and then after that I move on to things after that. So I don't know how many we're going to get to watch in this live stream, because I have realised that they are quite long. That one's 19 minutes, that one's 11, that one's 19, that one's 13, that's 13, that's 15. So yeah, we might be able to get a couple in, if we can. The estimate I would probably say is probably about 6 we'll probably get in this live stream, probably. We might possibly get maybe to here, and that's probably it. We might get to here, and that's probably it, I think. I could be wrong though, but yeah, I think that's where we'll get up to. Okay, right, so the next one on our old video list is this video, which is another tips video, and it's called How to Get Standout Comments. So it's another comments one that I did. So I did this one here on Decent. Now I do another one called Standout.
That's followed swiftly by an FA Cup quarter-final at Everton. Then Arsenal.
Okay, right then.
WSL on Sky Sports.
Let's
Stop there because then they travel to
get some.
Amsterdam to play Ajax. It is a mad schedule.
That is the price of success for them. I think, going 2-0 up in the first half, sorry, it's been difficult. Of course it has, but they're still in a good position. They'll fancy themselves to see this game out, to score more goals, and at this point in time with the injury, they've got to get through games as swiftly as possible, and without injuries, that will be the main aim for Emma Hayes at the moment. Do they want good performances? Of course they do, but the importance of the points on the board and players coming out unscathed at the moment.
And of course,
Right, here we go. So like I said, guys, we'll be spending an hour once again watching old videos. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Right, here we go. Hi, my name is Jack, and welcome back to another tips video. This one is another free one today. By the way, before we get into this one, if you haven't seen any of the previous tips that I've done, I will leave them in the description down below, or there is a playlist if you haven't seen them all yet. It's basically a tips series where I talk about loads of different things if you are new to tips and letting you all know. This is my fourth one, I think. Let me just count. Yeah, this is my fourth one. So yeah, I do plan to do more of them in the future. Yeah, as I said, I won't just be doing tips on my channel. I will be doing. I plan to do some tricks. I plan to do some top videos, and also I'm going to do some things ones, and stuff like that. So yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of bunch of different things I'm going to be doing, and not just tips. So I plan to do 2 more tips after this one. And then on Monday from next week, I'm going to be doing something different again. So I will let you know about that. and stuff like that. So yeah, that's going to be the plan what I'm going to do, because I want to try and like mix this channel up slightly with kind of a bunch of different things, because that's what I want this channel to be about. Like obviously I want it to be, you know, real life things, and yeah, that's what I want. So yeah, I will try and, you know, mix it up in that some kind of way. But I have got a lot of ideas anyway I'm going to try and do for this channel. So this 3-tip one is about on how to get standout comments. So it's basically like the same as yesterday's one, but this one is a bit different. So it's a bit of a different one. So it's a comments one again that I've come up with, and it is a bit of a different one. So go and check out yesterday's comment one out if you've not seen it. But really handy if you go and watch it if you haven't. Yeah, that'll be really handy. And if you do want to watch this one, that'll be absolutely fine. It won't be a very short tips video again, just because there's only 3. And obviously I won't be talking on for way too long, so yeah, I will let you know on that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Anyway, right, so the first one is make performance of the video. So basically this is a bit hard, so all these tips I've come up with by myself, so all of them might not be very good. So yeah, make performance of the video. So this one is kind of quite a hard one to go for. So basically, you need to make sure that you make your video perform really, really well. So the most popular one you will probably get out of is a face video, just because the face videos are the most popular one. I've kind of said this before about basically a face video is kind of the most important one. And the reason why for that is because a lot of people want to see your face. By the way, a lot of people want to see you. By the way, of kind of what you want to do and what knowledge you've got and stuff like that to your videos and stuff like that. And when you've spoke kind of a lot, you will get a decent stand out. I did decent yesterday. I mean stand out. So yeah, you will technically get a really standout comment if you perform the video really, really well. That is only my opinion. There might be other opinions out there and stuff like that, but all what this is, by the way, is this is my own opinion, by the way, and a lot of people might not use any of this, but it's kind of way to perform all the channels out there, because at the moment, as I said, this channel is one where I want to help a few people, and that's kind of what I want to do. So that's kind of the main idea of kind of what I want to do. So yeah, make sure that your video is performed really well, and you will get a standout comment for it, and you will get a few comments for it and stuff like that, because yeah, as I said, this is only my performance, so I will try and do very, very well at it, I guess. And that's what the video will all be about, by the way, if you make it stand out and stuff like that. So you will be like that, by the way, if you end up doing that. But it all depends of like what your ability is and stuff like that with everything. So it basically just all depends on there and what you do and all that. So yeah, so just make sure you do it well, and then you will get some standout comments from people, and yeah, you should be fine. You should be all right. So yeah, that's pretty much it of that one. Okay, moving on to number 2. Make the commentary stand out. Now, this one is pretty much the same as the first one. So, commentary is another important one for standout comments. So, make sure that your commentary is nice and clear. So, I did kind of a touch on this in yesterday's one. I've kind of talked about a little bit about the commentary and all that kind of thing. So, the commentary is another thing you need to be aware of, by the way, because if your commentary is not great at all, and then that means you won't get any comments from it, you won't get any standout ones at all. So make sure that your commentary is really smoothly, like kind of like what I'm doing right now, where you're not really rushing into it. You're kind of standing out really, really well, and that means you will get a standout comment. There is going to be a lot of standout I'm going to be saying in this, by the way, well, because that's what the tip's all about. So I will be saying a lot of that. But anyway, yeah. So make sure that your commentary is standing out as well. Make sure that's okay as well. Because if it isn't, then you won't get a standout comment. So make sure that your commentary is all smoother and stuff like that. If you've been doing it at YouTube for 4 years like me, you probably have got better because, as I said with my commentary back in the day, it was not great at all. You know, I was really struggling, and if you've been on for probably, I should say, over a year, you should be fine. So you should be okay. But a lot of people, are nervous with talking to the viewers and stuff like that. And I know it's really nerve-wracking, but people, do get used to it and stuff like that. So it's kind of a useful thing that people will get used to, and it's a thing that's right there for people anyway. So if you're like me, by the way, make sure you're doing the right thing, and make sure that your commentary really stands out, and that's another thing I'm saying. So that's pretty much it on that one. And then the very final one, number 3, make the game audio and face audio stand out. So this one, as I said, is kind of the same as the other one again. So this one is kind of faced on face audio and game audio. So it's kind of aimed on the the microphone, which I kind of want to talk about right now. So I'll start off with game audio just because it is in that order that I wrote it down. Game audio. Now, the game audio is kind of based on the microphone and stuff like that. So make sure that your game audio is really far up so people can hear you. That's kind of what I'm saying there. Make sure that you're really loud and you're really smooth on the game audio. Make sure it's fully up and you're not muted. Make sure you check out all the settings on that, and then that means you will get a standout comment from someone. So that'll be pretty good. So make sure that your game audio is completely fully up, so it's not it's not muted, so people can't hear you. And all that, and make sure it's not really quiet either, and make sure it's fully up completely so people can hear you very, very loudly, so you can kind of do that. That's pretty much it at that one. Face audio, that's the same again. Make sure if you're recording on your phone, iPad, or a proper normal camera, make sure your audio is very loud as well, and make sure that your speaker very loud as well, and make sure that viewers can hear you as well. Make sure that people can hear as well, because at the moment though, I have kind of had a lot of problems with that. Back in the day, I did have a lot of problems with that. So make sure that you do kind of stand out that as well, because otherwise, if you don't do that, then that means you won't get a standout comment. So it'll be very handy if you go and do that as well, because that'll help people, and that will stand up people as well with game audio and face audio and all that. So make sure you're doing all of that as well, because that'll be okay as well. But the most important one anyway is the face audio anyway. That's the most important one that you need to be aware of. But both of them are quite similar. Because if you're a channel where you don't do face videos and you just do gameplay, and then that means people will have to work it out yourself. Or for example, if you're a channel where you do face videos and not gameplay, kind of the other way around. Just the same thing again. But if you're doing both, like what I'm doing, it's kind of it takes a lot of practice if you're doing them both together. It kind of takes a lot of practice and stuff like that, and people have different varieties on different channels as well of what they're doing. So it basically just all depends on that as well of what you're doing. Make sure that you do it very well, you will get the standout comments if your game audio and your face audio is okay as well. So I wish you all the best of luck on that as well. So there we are then. So that was my 3 tips on how to get standout comments. A bit of a different one, this one, compared to the one I did yesterday. But it's another one that I wanted to do with the comments section. And kind of for me at the moment, I don't get as many comments anyway. But I still make my videos really, really well with kind of a standout comments that I do get. And like I said, I've had a lot of comments back in the day anyway. So I do try my very best to try and get a video out that will get a comment on it. But it basically just all depends of how it goes on there and stuff like that. But before I end here, I'll go through the 3 things again. Make performance of the video that will stand out. Make the commentary stand out. So make sure that the commentary is really standing out. And number 3, make the game audio and face audio stand out as well. So make sure that everything is kind of a standard out, and then you should be, you should be fine on what you're doing. So that is that's pretty much it. So yeah, there'll be more tips very, very soon. So make sure you stay around for more, because I do plan to do a lot more of them. So yeah, but yeah, so make sure you stick for tomorrow. There'll be a brand new one on the way. I'm not sure what that one's going to be, and there will be more comment ones as well. So make sure you stick for them as well. Yeah, don't be around there. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this one. So I will see you all very, very soon. Right, that's that video done. Right, let's move on to the next one.
Towards the hour mark here, right in with the corner.
Which is this one. 6 tips on getting high likes. We've got 1 viewer watching at the moment. Right, let's continue.
Hit that goal with Jankovic. Into the corner.
Really, really good ball to the back stick, but Nevin done well in the end to
Hi, my name is Jack, and welcome back to another tips video. Before I do start this one, you might have kind of noticed that I'm doing this really late. The reason why for that is because the football was on this afternoon, and I didn't get any time before it began. So yeah, I'm going to be getting this video out just after 8 o'clock today. So it's not going to be a scheduled time, it will be out straight away. And the reason why for that is because it is a long tip video, this one today. So I've decided to get it out just after 8 o'clock today. Because I haven't actually got a lot of time tonight. And the reason why for that is because this is actually my first early night tonight, obviously because we're college on Tuesday, so I've actually decided to do 3 early nights to get me back into, you know, getting up early again and stuff like that. And then obviously it's only for 1 day, but obviously I'll be doing it for the entire week as well. Before the following week, obviously I'll be back full time. So yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, get back into it and stuff like that. So yeah, I need to make sure that I do get these out today, because otherwise if I don't, then yeah, because obviously we've got a bunch of different videos to do as well. Obviously on my other 2 channels I've got 1 Minecraft video for them, which I do need to get out. So hopefully we'll be able to get them out before. Well, I've actually got before 11, so I need to make sure that I do get them all out. But I think I'll be able. I'll be able to anyway. So yeah, we should be fine. But yeah, just want to let you know this is going to be a long tip video, this one, because yeah, I've got a lot to talk about this one. So this one is a 6 one. So this is 6 tips, this one. So I just thought that 6 for this one would be a good idea, and I am talking about something different this time. So yeah, let's get underway. So this one is about the likes. So the likes is a thing that I've not talked about yet, and yeah, I just thought I could talk about them. So the tip video is about is on getting high likes. So that's what I've called it. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not. Let me just try and read that. 6 tips on getting high likes. Yeah, it does make sense. I thought it didn't. So yeah, so basically I'm going to be talking about the likes. I haven't talked about them yet, so just thought I can kind of talk about them if you get a decent like or anything like that. But it's mainly about the high, basically, because there's a lot of people that get high likes if they've got a lot of subscribers and all that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about today, and I've had a lot of high likes in the past, so hopefully this will make sense for you, and yeah, hopefully everything will be okay. So yeah, so as I said, it is going to be a long one. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but it all depends on actually how long I'm talking for, and there will be a point where I will be stopping. So okay, let's get underway then. So number 1 is the video needs to be well. So basically, this is about a gameplay video or a face video. So yeah, the video needs to be really well, because this is kind of quite an important one to get a like on it. So the video needs to be really like well and produced and recorded and all that. So make sure that the video is really well when you record it. Make sure that there's like no crackles in it, and hopefully you will get a decent like. And it all depends of what you're doing in the video. Like if you're doing like a bedroom tour, I did actually kind of a touch on this in, was it last one or the one before? I can't remember which one it was, but I touched on bedroom tour, which as I said, I will be doing another bedroom tour again very soon. But yeah, if you like showing off something in your bedroom, or you're doing a bedroom tour or anything like that, people will like it, and then obviously you will get a like on it. So It's kind of like that. It's kind of like going back to the interest ones I think I talked about in the last one, about that you need to make the video really interesting. And obviously, if you do that, and then you will get a high like on it. So obviously, you will actually get one. Well, you will get some likes on it if you make the video really well on what you're showing off and stuff like that. If it's a gameplay video, make it more interesting. So such as say you play MotoGP. MotoGP, the latest MotoGP game, MotoGP 20, and you're showing off your customization bike. That kind of gives people interest, and obviously people like the bike and they like the video. So it's kind of like that, isn't it? Because I've done that a lot with motorbike games. I think I did it with a lot on GP17, where I kind of showed off a lot of the customization bikes that I've got on that game. So I did do a full video of kind of showing off the bikes on there. So it's kind of like that. And when I made that video, a lot of people did really like it. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do more of that if I can. Obviously, when MotoGP does come back to my channel again, I will try and do more of that. So yeah, that's gonna be a really good idea. So yeah, if you're doing a video like that, you will possibly get a like on it. But yeah, I mentioned it in the first one. Make sure that the video is really well, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you should not struggle with it. But it all depends of if you will struggle or not. But it just all depends whether you will or not. But you just have to say. Yeah, it just all depends on there and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it of that one. If you've got any help on that one, do let me know. Anyway, moving on to number two. Number two, the commentary needs to be standard. So this is a bit of a hard one because the commentary at the moment needs to be standard. So I did touch on this one in yesterday's one, or was it the one before? I touched on the commentary and stuff like that. So the commentary is really important for getting likes on the videos because obviously the commentary needs to. Well, the first thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that your commentary is really standard. That's the thing that you need to do, and that's obviously what number two is. So make sure that the commentary is really, really smoothly and really kind of a standard out. So make sure that you're not repeating yourself. Make sure that you've got different words in there. What's coming out of your mouth, and then make sure that you've got something that you need to say. Kind of like what I'm doing right now because I'm not repeating myself. So yeah, make sure that it's okay, and make sure that you're doing different kind of words at the same time, and of kind of what you're saying, and then after that you should be absolutely fine. So make sure that you are pretty much okay with it, and then you should be you should be absolutely fine. But yeah, the commentary is another one that's quite important for it getting a like, because obviously people want to know what you're saying and stuff like that. For example, if you're doing it on a face video or a gameplay video or anything like that, obviously it's just two different things. Obviously you need to do the video what it's going to be and then obviously talk about it. So yeah, that's it kind of that one, because the thing I've kind of realised is, for example, if I'm doing a Lovely World episode, basically what I do is I organise the video before I record it. So what I do is I organise the video first and then I record it afterwards. That's kind of the thing that I do, and then I've got a lot to say, by the way, what the video is all about. So for example, if I was doing a Lovely World video, I would know what I'm doing in the Lovely World video because obviously it'll be in the title when it goes on YouTube, and then I do know what I'm doing because it's all in my head. So it's kind of like that really, where for example if I was building something, or I was building something in my house, or I was going on a journey or anything like that. So yeah, it's kind of like that, and the Lovely World series at the moment is kind of the main one that I've been doing. Obviously, I've done a lot of episodes now, and in all of them episodes, I've kind of talked about what I was doing in the video, like what I was doing in my Lovely World and stuff like that. So it's kind of like that, and yeah. So if you do struggle with that as well, do let me know. But like I said, just try and focus on the video with the commentary if you can, and seeing what you're going to be out with and stuff like that. So make sure you focus it all on that, and yeah, you should be fine with the commentary, but it all depends of whether you can make it standard. But this is just all my opinion anyway. But yeah, but you should be fine anyway, and yeah, see how we get on with it. Anyway, that's pretty much it of that one. Anyway, moving on. to number 3, do very well on audio. So audio is kind of the same as commentary, but it's a bit different. So audio is kind of like another one that you need to be aware of, because the audio is kind of like a one-way you need to make sure. So make sure that the audio is on full percent. Make sure that you're not muted, or make sure that there's no sound on it at all. Or anything like that, and make sure that you're speaking nice and clearly through the mic, and make sure that you are doing it. So this is kind of the same as commentary, but it's kind of a bit of a touch on the audio. So yeah, make sure that the audio is completely fully up, so people can hear you nice and clearly, nice and loud, and make sure you're doing all of that, because as I said from before, I've had a lot of problems with my audio in the past, and I've kind of like what I've done, by the way, is I've kind of like smoothed my audio out a little bit now. I've kind of like doing what I need to do, and obviously at the moment I'm not doing much gameplay at the moment as well. That was kind of the one that I was actually struggling with the most. Obviously not with the face videos, because obviously I wasn't struggling with them a lot, but with the gameplay ones I was struggling a lot, because obviously I was recording them through stream, so I was struggling a little bit there. But I have kind of like got used to it now, and I do know what I'm doing with it now. So it is kind of like really cool. But yeah, make sure that the audio is fully up, so people can hear you nice and clearly, and just don't have any problems with it. But I do like a bit of a test to make sure it's working and all that, because that's what I do, you know. Obviously, I did that when I started doing Facebook gaming live streams. I had to test out the sound, see if it were working or not. I will be doing more of that in tonight's one, so make sure to stay on for them. So yeah, so make sure that the audio is all well, and then that. That's pretty much it of number 3. Anyway, moving on to number 4. Don't let the microphone get crackly. So this is a very important one. So it's kind of like the same as the audio one. So the microphone, make sure it's not crackly. And well, obviously it might not be crackling, it might not be crackly, but there is a lot of microphones out there that can not be very good at times. So obviously I did have a lot of crackles back in the day with my microphone, and then ever since then I did a sort of I did sort of, you know, do it some kind of way. I'm not sure how I did it, but there was a kind of a way where I did actually sort out the microphone. Like I did, you know, do it very smoothly, and it was all back to normal. I think it was when I took that massive break from doing gameplay. I think it was in them weeks where I did sort out my microphone, and I did manage to get it working. So I believe it was on that somewhere. At the moment, I don't know where it were. But yeah, I think it was somewhere there anyway. I did actually sort of done it now, and now it's not even crackly anymore. Now it's completely smoothly now. Obviously, I did settings on it when I did go back to recording on it again, and it is all very smoothly now. It is all really cool now, and there's nothing. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing wrong with it. It's all completely fine. So yeah, make sure that your microphone is completely okay, and not crackly or buffering or anything like that, and make sure that you're nice and clear and stuff like that, because obviously if you say a word and then obviously it goes to the next word, obviously that's a bit of crackling there, so make sure that you're not crackling, you know, too much, because at the moment, as I said from before, I did have problems with that back in the day as well. So the problems about the microphone is it can be really hard to get it back, by the way, and obviously I did kind of try my very, very best to try and get it back to normal, and to be honest, it took a really long time. It took a while to get back to normal, and I did do it in the end. I did manage to get it all back to normal in the end, but it did kind of take a lot of time. So yeah, so if you're like me and you've got it back to normal, that'll be absolutely fine for you, and you should be fine anyway. So yeah, but make sure that there's no crackles in there, and it's just all smoothly, and just make sure that it's all in there, I guess, and stuff like that. So that's absolutely fine. The next one, by the way, that's pretty much it at number 4. So the next one is a bit of a weird one. This is the one I came up with by myself. Talking normal voices. Now, there is a lot of people out there that talk not in normal voices, by the way. So let me go into a video game. So, for example, if you're playing Call of Duty, by the way, Call of Duty is just the one I came up. So if you're playing Call of Duty, any Call of Duty, and you get like, for example, you've got the zombie mode on, or anything like that. Pretend you've got zombies on, or you've got like people killing you, or anything like that. And if you're getting chased and people use different voices and they're going and stuff like that, so it's kind of all like that. So if people are going going, I'm just trying to work this out. Like if people are going like in different voices, if they're going after, if zombies are going after them or anything like that, that's kind of the way how to get different voices. Get different voices and not normal voices. So make sure that you're in your normal voice, by the way, and that will attract people to get likes on it. Like for example, if you're like talking in a bit of a weird sort of way, that's absolutely fine. Obviously, if you're talking in like a deep voice like me, you should be alright, because back in the day, on a lot of my old videos, I did kind of do a lot of high-pitched voicing. There was a lot of voicing that I did that I didn't really like on the videos either. I think I was talking a bit strange. Obviously, I was when I was swearing back in the day on a lot of my old videos as well. I did not like that at all either. So yeah, there was kind of a lot of time where I did do that. I think also I did it on I think it was on mine and Nathan's Club series. I can't remember which game it was. I think it was was it Black Ops 2? I think I believe it was that one, or it might have been 007 Legends Split Screen. I know that we've not done it on Minecraft. I don't think we've done it on Minecraft. I know that we've done it on we've done it on Black Ops 2, and I think we've done it on 007 Legends as well. Where basically when me and Nathan were playing Split Screen, we were kind of shouting a lot, by the way. There was a lot of shouting that we were doing, and that was not good at all, by the way. That was not very good. So, and obviously back then, I was still in high pitched, so I didn't know what I was doing back then. So yeah, I think I believe that's under the series. I think I believe that is under the series that I've only used that sort of pitch I voice on. I'm pretty sure, but like on all the others I've not really used it. So yeah, I think that's kind of another one that I've only used different voices. So another thing I'm saying on this one is that make sure that you're using normal voices, because if you're not, then that means you won't get a like on it. So yeah, but if you use normal voices and you talk normal, you should be fine and you won't get a like. So you should be fine, I guess. So yeah, you should be absolutely fine if you do use normal voices, yeah, so you should be alright. And at the very, very, very final one for today's tips, number 6, do a fantastic job on the videos. So this is kind of a really easy one for the final one. Just make sure that you do a fantastic job on the videos. So make sure that everything is okay, and then you will get some likes. I don't know how many likes you'll end up getting. It just all depends on how many subscribers you've got. It all depends on that. Yeah, if you do get a lot of them and you do get a lot of views, you will get a lot of likes, and it all depends on what the video normally is and stuff like that, and what you're talking about in the video, and stuff like that. And going back to what I said about my lovely world, like I said, trying to focus it on sort of a video that you kind of are talking about, and that's kind of the thing that I do basically, because what I normally do is I normally get the video repaired before I record it. That's kind of the thing that I do, by the way, and that's obviously what a lot of YouTubers do, by the way. That's what all of them do. So obviously we are sort of in the same step, and that's what obviously all of us do. So that's kind of a touching on that sort of a bit, and then that means you will be alright. But make sure you do a fantastic job, because there'll be a lot of people out there that won't do a fantastic job, but it all depends on what you're doing and all that, and it basically just all depends of if you're doing a good job on the videos or not. So I'll have to say. But yeah, make sure that you're doing one out there anyway, and you will do a fantastic job, and then that means you will get some high likes. So there we are then. So that was my tip video. So yeah, let's just go through them again and let you all know. So number 1, the video needs to be well. So make sure that the video is really well. Number 2, the commentary needs to be standard. Make sure you've got standard commentary. Number 3, do very well on audio. Make sure that your audio is alright. And number 4, don't let the microphone get crackly. So as I said, that's a very important one. Number 5, talk in normal voices, so talk as what you're doing right now, and not in different voices. And number 6, do a fantastic job on the videos, so make sure that you are doing that, and you're all completely fine. And yeah, as I said, if you need any help, do let me know. So there we are, that was my 6 tips on getting high likes on your YouTube videos. So as I said, these tips that I talked about today, they're not the best ones in the world, yeah, it's kind of some that I talked about anyway. And yeah, as I mentioned, it is a long video, and it turned out to be a long video. So tomorrow I'm going to be talking about dislikes, so make sure you stay around for them. I think that's going to be another 6th one again, because I have got a lot in mind about dislikes. So, and obviously back in the day, I've had a lot of dislikes as well. Yeah, so let me know on that if you do want to see that. And yeah, and if you've not checked out all the previous tip videos that I've done so far, go and check them all out if you haven't already. That'll be really handy as well. But yeah, that's it of this one. I'm going to try and do more on the likes as well. So if you do want to see more of them, do let me know. So hopefully this one has helped you all. If it hasn't, then it hasn't. But if it has, let me know and put a nice comment down below if it has helped. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Right, that is that one. Right, let's move on. Yeah, that was a very long video. Very long video. The next one is as well. Look at the next one. Another 19 minutes long. Wow. Jeez.
From Howard. It's Vantala. Nakarada.
Hi, my name is Jack, and welcome back to another tips video. This one is going to be my last tips video for now, until I do want more in the future. I've done them most of this week now, and I do need a bit of a break. So this is my last one I'm going to be doing until I don't know when I'm going to do another one again after this one. I have got a lot to do. But I don't want to do them every single week because I want to do some other things on the channel as well. So yeah, this is going to be my last one for now, and then I will do some others again in the future. So yeah, hopefully you're going to enjoy this one. So yeah, hopefully this one's going to turn out to be really well. This is another 6 tips again, so hopefully this one will be a really cool one. And then today I'm going to be talking about dislikes. And now dislikes is another one that I've not mentioned yet. Obviously yesterday I did likes, I've done comments, I've done grow your channel, and I've done subscribers. And apart from that though, that is another ones I've done so far. So another one that I've not talked about now is only dislikes now. And dislikes is kind of a really important one, by the way, because a lot of people do get dislikes and a lot of people don't get dislikes. I've had a lot of dislikes back in the day on a lot of my videos, and I kind of want to talk about dislikes in this one for the final one, and let you all know. So the tip video was about 6 tips on not getting low dislikes. And the reason why I've called it low dislikes is because that a lot of people get a lot of low dislikes. And what I mean by that is that a lot of people get them, by the way. A lot of people get dislikes, like for example, if it's like the popular YouTubers that have got like millions of subscribers, you probably don't know how many dislikes they end up getting. But obviously they don't care about dislikes anyway, and even I don't care if I get a dislike on my video. I don't even care like too much, to be honest. But yeah, so yeah, today I'm going to be talking about them and see how it goes, and very important to not get a dislike on your videos, and to see how we get on. I think the most one I've got is on my main channel, on a lot of my videos that people don't understand, and stuff like that. So that's kind of that one, but as I said, I don't really care about dislikes myself anyway, because I just ignore them. But yeah, it's basically very important anyway for, you know, viewers and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. But anyway, let's get underway with it then. So the first one is make the video perform well. Now this one is kind of quite a tricky one. So I think I touched on this one in yesterday's one with the likes one. I'm not sure whether I did. But yeah, basically the dislikes is all about videos, and now you need to make the video perform really, really well. That's kind of the most important thing, because at the moment though, like if you've not got a video that's not great on your channel, then you will get a dislike on it. So basically, another thing I'm saying in this one is make the video perform well. So make it a very smooth video, make it sound like it is really great, and then that means you won't get a dislike on it, because I'm actually talking about not dislikes, like not getting a dislike and not getting a dislike, by the way, because I know that a lot of people don't like getting dislikes, and I hate getting dislikes on my videos. I really hate it. But make sure that your video is really well, by the way, and then you won't technically get a dislike. So, and then yeah, and then it should be absolutely fine. So that is another thing I'm saying on this one. Make the video perform well, and then you should be fine. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, if I'm absolutely correct, you will not get a dislike. So all of my videos have been okay on my channels. They've all been really well. They've all been having good quality on them and stuff like that. So I'm very happy with every video that I've done so far. But only thing that I'm trying to not do is not get a dislike on one of them, and that's not another thing. But yeah, the thing is at the moment is I normally do my videos in the same style. Basically, when I record them, when I edit them, and stuff like that, I just do them in exactly the same way. I don't normally change anything or anything like that. Also, I do the video really well, the thumbnail I do really well, so there's kind of a lot of things out there that I just do exactly the same. Obviously, when I do edit the thumbnail and all that sort of thing, so that everything is completely exactly the same on my videos, and essentially that is us, by the way, because going back to when I wasn't doing custom thumbnails, my videos turned out to be really bad back then because I wasn't doing. Basically, I wasn't using my own thumbnails, and now I'm using my own thumbnails. My videos have started getting better. They have started performing really, really well now because I know what I'm doing with them thumbnails. So yeah, going back to then, my videos didn't turn out to be really well, but now I've got better at doing them now, and I know how to do my own thumbnails now. I have started getting a lot more better at doing them, so I am going to continue doing that way, and that's kind of the reason why that I am still in the same style on my videos. But yeah, as I said, make sure that your video is performed really well, and then just hopefully, fingers crossed, that you won't get a dislike, and just carry on with the same style of what you're doing, and you should be fine. Okay, that's pretty much it of that one. Okay, I'm moving on. Number 2. Do smooth commentary. And now this one's a bit of a tricky one. So I did kind of a touch on a lot of commentary on a lot of the tip videos, and now this one is another commentary tip one that you do need to be aware of, and obviously about dislikes. So make sure you've got smooth commentary in there. So make sure that your commentary is all completely normal. Pardon me. Anyway, yeah, so make sure that your commentary is on a smooth level. So make sure that you're not making like weird noises when you're doing commentary, because I know that a lot of people sort of do that. Yeah, I know that on a lot of my old videos, I used to do commentary like that. Obviously, when you go back to me using my high-pitched voice when I was only about 17, I think. Yeah, when I was doing videos when I was that age, I was, basically my commentary was not great at all. Like, I wasn't, I didn't know what I was doing and stuff like that. So, I was a bit, like, loudly back then. But I was okay, until I eventually turned 18. I did get better at it. But my commentary in that year was not great at all, by the way, when I was 17. Especially when I was doing my vlogs as well, because when you think about it with the low-pass vlogs that I've done, when you think about it on them, my voice was really low on them as well, with my commentary like being really low down on there. So when you kind of think about it on that sort of level, with my voice back then, you can kind of tell it's changed a lot with me right now from when I was in 2017. So you kind of do get the idea on that. But I think my vlogs is probably the one where I did basically loud commentary, and I wasn't doing the commentary properly and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of the most one that is not very great on all of my series. Like everything else is okay, but I think it's just them. But yeah, like as I said from before, I have got better now of doing commentary, and I try my very, 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 very best to get the words I want to say and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's kind of the thing that I want to do. So if you're like me, by the way, just try your best on doing smooth commentary, and then that means you won't get any dislikes at all. For example, if it was one of them information videos I was doing, I've done a lot of these back in the day. I did a lot of these information videos, and a lot of people, for some reason, didn't understand what I was saying. I'm not sure whether they were being blind or anything like that. But a lot of people didn't understand my videos are talking about, this new game I was playing and stuff like that, and this new game coming out and all that. I used to do a lot of them. A lot of people didn't understand me then, and that's kind of the reason why the dislikes were coming in, because a lot of people didn't like them. But as I said from earlier on, I don't care what people say. I don't bother about getting a dislike. And if people don't like my video, that is absolutely fine. They can either unsubscribe to the channel or they can just leave my channel alone. That is another thing. So that is one of the things that I'm saying in this video. But yeah, as I said from before, I don't care about dislikes, but we'll have to see. Anyway, that's pretty much it of that one, so make sure that you've got smooth commentary in there. Okay, moving on, number 3. Smooth audio, and now this one is the same as its commentary, so I will touch on this one a little bit as well. So the audio, make sure that you've got smooth audio. So as I said, I haven't talked about audio in all the previous ones, but this one is kind of quite an important one with the audio. So make sure that the audio is completely smoothly as well, so you're not, buffering or anything like that. So make sure it's fully up, so people can hear you. And then make sure that you're not making all these weird noises and stuff like that with the audio. And then make sure that the audio is alright as well. Make sure you do a bit of a test to make sure it's working as well. Because quite recently, I've actually started recording on my Xbox app again. And the thing that I had to do when I had to go back to recording on there is I had to, because there was actually a bit of a break that I had from the Xbox app, from when I was doing, I believe it was Twitch live streams or something like that. The thing that I had to do, by the way, is when I had to go back to doing them again, I had to do some testing to see if it was working, and now it's actually fully testing. I know it's okay now, and stuff like that. So that's what I had to do, by the way, when I had to go back to recording on the Xbox app. Because I might have been having some serious problems with the recording or the audio, so I had to, do all of that. So if you're having the same problem as me about all of that, please let me know. Yeah, but apart from that though, a lot of people will have problems with their audio, and obviously if you don't have problems with your audio, then that means you're absolutely fine with it. But like I said, if you don't have any problems with it, you're all fine. You can record in the same way. And the thing that I do, by the way, is I record in the same way anyway when I do my gameplay. That's kind of the way that I normally do it, and I normally just record in exactly the same way. There's nothing that I change or anything like that. It's just exactly the same way as I record it. So it's just in the same way as when I'm filming it, and that is what I do. So there you go. But then again, yeah, it can perform some really bad situations with the audio. But like I said, make sure it's all completely fine anyway, is what you're doing it, and then yeah, you should be absolutely fine. But hopefully you are anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it at number 3. I know that I've not talked about this one too much, but yeah, the audio it needs to be smooth anyway. Okay, moving on. Number 4. Don't let the microphone ruin it. And now, this one, this is the one that I've come up with by myself, and I don't know whether people end up using that sentence about the microphone, but yeah, I'm going to talk about it anyway. So the microphone is another important thing. So, as I said, I touched on the microphone in the last ones, but I'm now talking about it again. So the microphone, once again, needs to be very smooth. So make sure that you've got no problems with the microphone. Once again, when I did go back to using the Xbox app, I had to test out the microphone to see if it was working, and apparently it was. And make sure that your microphone is actually plugged in, because on a lot of my videos, my microphone has not been plugged in, by the way, and I've actually got told that it's actually not been plugged in, by the way. Obviously, it literally didn't. So what I had to do, by the way, is I had to test out the microphone to see if it was actually plugged in, and then it turns out that the microphone wasn't even plugged in at all. By the way, it even wasn't. And to be honest, I was really gutted when that happened, because basically the video had no sound on it at all, and I was not happy with it. So make sure that your microphone is plugged into your computer. Make sure, because otherwise, if it isn't, then it's not working, and so double check that microphone is plugged into your computer, because I've had a lot of them times where I have completely forgot about the microphone, and I've forgot that I've had it plugged in and stuff. So make sure that it is plugged in. That is another thing that I'm saying. And make sure it is, and then that means you will be able to get a smooth voice out of your microphone, and you will be absolutely fine with it. But as I said, with the microphone, it is kind of a bit of a touch-on situation with it, because it is really hard to kind of get it under control with it and all that. So make sure that it's all okay. It's another thing that I'm saying on this, and make sure it's all completely fine, and you all should be fine, I guess. But as I said, the microphone is another important one. So make sure that it's okay and that you're all completely fine with it, which is another thing that I'm saying about the microphone, because the microphone is another important one. So make sure that you're all that you're doing okay with it anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it at number 4, so make sure that the microphone is okay and that you're not having any problems with it. Okay, moving on. 2 more to go. Number 5, voices need to be normal. Now, I did kind of a talk about voices in the last one, but now I'm talking about them again. So the voices need to be normal, so make sure that you're not doing these really cringe voices. So I kind of touched on this, was it number 2? I think we're number 2, wasn't it? I touched on the voices, so I am talking about the voices again, but just in a different in a different style, I may say. So yeah, the voices. Make sure that the voices are all normal. So make sure that you're not like, for example, I think in the last video I was kind of touching on about video games. I think I was talking about was it Black Ops? Yeah, one of the Black Ops games and stuff like that. So, for example, if you're getting like chased by zombies or anything like that, or you're trying to kill zombies, like people make these like weird like noises and stuff like that because obviously they're doing the commentary for the viewers. But another thing I was saying on this one is make sure that the voices are completely fine as they are. Like obviously, if you want to go and scream at something, that is all fine. Like obviously, if you don't want to do any loud screaming, then that means that's okay with it. But as I said, this is my own opinion, by the way, and if you don't like this, then that's fine. This is just my own opinion about voices. Make sure that they're normal. If you want to go and scream or do different voices, that's entirely up to you. But this one is my own opinion about voices, and make sure that they're all normal, because a lot of my videos, they've all been normal. Like I'm not that sort of person where I use different voices anyway, because I'm not that sort of person. So make sure that your voices are all fine. Make sure that you're not having any problems with them, and you all should be fine with the voices that you're using. Because like using your normal voice is the thing anyway. Because going back to when I was hard pitching, going back to when I was doing that, like I didn't like that at all. Like my style of creating videos back then was not great as what it is right now. So you can kind of tell how my voice has changed in all these 4 years I've been doing YouTube. So you kind of do get the idea of like all these different voices I've been using in this time. And at the moment though, like I've got better ever since anyway. So and the thing that I want to do now is I want to get better. That's the thing that I do want to do. So hopefully that'll be all right for me. Hopefully it'll be all right for you guys as well. But as I mentioned with opinions, it's all my tips and it's all fine. So make sure you're doing it like that. And the very final one, number 6, just do a simple video. So going back to the first one, just make sure that your video is all simple. So make sure that the video is really well. Make sure that there's no crackles in it. Make sure your microphone's okay. Make sure your commentary's alright. Make sure the audio is full percent. And make sure that everything is all smoothly, like you're doing a normal simple video with your normal commentary and stuff like that. And then make sure it's okay. So kind of like what I'm doing right now, where I'm using my normal voice, I'm using my sound audio, I'm using my normal commentary, my own microphone. So make sure that you're doing it like that, and you won't have any problems if you kind of change the audio. Because like if you change like a setting, basically stuff like that, it will actually not work. So make sure that you're using like an audio that's all fine. Make sure that you're using a microphone that's okay and stuff like that. And then make sure that you're using your normal voice. That will always work for these kind of situations, because at the moment though, I've kind of had problems with that before. So make sure that you kind of are doing it as normal, and that you're not having any problems, and make sure it's just a normal, simple video. That is another thing I'm saying, and then make sure that everything is okay. I know that I've repeated myself a lot in this, but I've had to say it because, yeah, there you go. But yeah, like obviously a lot of people do make mistakes on their videos anyway, and it's kind of a lot to learn with YouTube. You know, going back to when I started doing it, I didn't even know what we were doing. So obviously it's a lot of practice if you want to be a YouTuber like right now, and obviously it takes a lot of practice. So if you're kind of like me right now, where you kind of are doing stuff that's normal, then that's all fine with you guys. But the thing is like it takes a lot of practice, and the thing is with people that don't learn about it, and they're still learning, that is absolutely fine. Like if they've been doing it for just a few months or anything like that, then it's all fine with them. So there you go. But anyway, that was my tips video for today on dislikes. I wanted to talk about dislikes a lot in this one because obviously it's another one that I've not talked about, and I really wanted to talk about them. So that's why I kind of touched on this one today, because I did want to talk about them, and obviously I haven't done that. So yeah, I just want to let you know now, there'll be no more tips now until, I don't know when my next one's going to be now. It might be a week until the next one, because from next week I'm starting something new. So I will let you know. And as I said, if you've not checked out all the previous ones I've done on this, go and check them all out if you haven't already, because I'll be leaving the playlist in the description. Go and check them all out as well. But anyway, that's the end of the video here. Hopefully you did enjoy. So I will see you all very, very soon. Yeah, I've maybe thought about bringing them back in the future. I don't know. I might bring them back in the future. It all depends. I think apart from that, guys, I think we're about to run out of time. I don't think we're going to have time to watch any anymore. I don't think so. I don't actually think we'll get to watch anymore. I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that might be it. I don't actually think we'll have time to watch anymore.
I think Courtney in comms really hit the nail on the head. You know, this is a team that has been against relegation for the past couple of seasons.
Alright.
Yes, we've said a little bit, but there's
Yeah.
been massive improvements. And like she said, the scoreline isn't great, but where they've come from...
Money! Money, come here. Money, come here. Money.
Still the rest of the season to come. Let's have a little look then at your results from this weekend. This win for Chelsea, rounding off a weekend that started with a win for Manchester City, 2-1 over Everton. A North London derby decided by just the Russo goal. 1-0 Arsenal won that one. Big win for Liverpool at Aston Villa, which really puts the pressure on Manchester United. A late West Ham equaliser, and that fourth place all up for grabs. 10 goals in that Brighton Bristol City match. Key at the bottom of the table. Brighton with 7 of them.
Come on then.
We are far from done there.
Derby games to not normal games. Any team in the world we can play.
Money, here. Come on.
These two clubs have had plenty of tussles for the crowd.
Come here. Come here. Yeah. What are you doing? Come on.
Superb from Chelsea. That is Betsy at her very best. Really is the mark of champions against one of your biggest rivals.
He's getting the money.
How can you not love the Barclays WSL? Chelsea Arsenal, Friday the 15th of March. We're all over it in London. And the Lionesses, how football came home. Oh, plenty of you will remember where you were on July in 2022. You can relive it all. You remember where you were in 2022. If you're Katerina Macario, you're going to remember this date, the 3rd of March 2024. Equally for Chelsea, who ended up being 4th.
In the land of football, stars are born every day. I have to wear all the cards.
Okay then guys, that is going to do for this live stream here. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Yeah, I've actually enjoyed the last couple of days doing this. I think it's been really fun. Yeah, I do plan to do more live streams at some point, doing it again. Not sure if it'll be next weekend, it probably might be next week, I don't know. But we'll see. But yeah, Story Round on Job Work and Challenger Records, they will be coming up. And yeah, I'll be carrying on doing them on there as well. So yeah, that's all from me. So yeah, I've been, my name is Jack. And I will see you later. Bye!